Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. A quick note from my sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons. Robert Gibb and Sons, your commercial and residential experts since 1915. No matter your project, big or small, on your home, business, or an industrial project, they're the professionals for the job. Give them a call. Tell them Hutch sent you. Let's talk a little bit about the weather. There's been an update moments ago from the Storm Prediction Center, trimming a little area off of what's going on with regards to that risk area. And I'll have details on the timing that you can expect these storms to propagate through from Montana through the Red River Valley as we go through the late night hours. Make no mistake about it, it'll be very late before the storms get into our area, and we'll get to the timing on that. But let's take a look at that radar right now. And here is where we have things firing off. They did trim Minot out of the area. There were clouds up there kind of limiting the energy or heating of the atmosphere. That lowered the risk of severe weather there. So you can see this line from not far from Estevan through the Bismarck area. So if you're in Minot and if you are up in the Bottineau area, the risk for the real strong stuff has lowered a bit, and that's good news. Good to have you on board. Drop me a note in the comments section below and let me know if you have a question. And I always love to be available to answer those as well. Now, as we take a look at the risk area today, this is a level 3 on a 5-level scale. Very large hail potential today, upwards of 3 inches in diameter. And we're also going to see the potential for a few tornadoes. Some could be strong, folks, with the spin in the atmosphere and the energy in the atmosphere with this system. The storms also will have a punch, with large hail being one of the main concerns. Again, that 3-inch hail and damaging straight-line winds over 80 miles per hour will be possible. Paula, good to see you on board. And as always, thanks for your support. You can support Hutch by clicking the follow button right here on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, you can click the subscribe button there. And of course, I always like it when you like the videos. That helps me out. Let's take a look at the latest with regards to the storms that we have ongoing out of Montana. They're moving out of the Billings area. The risk for severe weather there is lowering. I will turn off the Storm Prediction Center's risk areas so we can clearly see the severe thunderstorm watch that's in place for parts of eastern Montana, all of the eastern portions of South Dakota under a severe thunderstorm watch, all of eastern Nebraska under a severe thunderstorm watch. It's going to be a bit of time before these puppies make their way to the Montana border. But nonetheless, the storms are very strong. Coal Strip, an area south towards Lame Deer, that is a large hail-producing cell out there in the Big Sky country of Montana. Forsyth seeing strong storms, as is the area up to the north on Highway 59 corridor. They're heading towards Terry with a large hail producing storm. By the way, the warning is for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for that particular storm. And the ones that are heading down the I-94 corridor, you can see Miles City was just placed in a severe thunderstorm warning. Considerable damage, tornado possible with this one, and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Do you see the backward C shape to this? The potential is quite strong looking at what's going on with this storm from the Billings National Weather Service office. Hutch's old high school stomping grounds at one point in my life. This storm's moving east at 50 miles per hour, quarter-sized hail. And again, that storm is capable of some pretty significant damage. And just to let you know, with regards to that rotation in the storm, we can show you where that is with a look at the radar. We can see the very bright greens motion toward the radar over Forsyth, Montana. And the very bright reds are not right next to each other. But this is a rotating thunderstorm with some strong evidence of rotation. This is likely an outflow from that storm blowing out on the areas south of the interstate there. At any rate, strong storms tonight with rotation are going to be possible to make their way through the area. Now let's take a look at the modeled forecast. To do that, I'm popping up some model guidance right here on my trusty computer. So give me one moment while we put in the latest model. This is a high resolution rapid update model, and let's show you that we have showers in our area. We'll get to more on that in just a second. These will be moving through, and it's these showers up near Minot. that really are going to limit the severe potential there. The clouds keeping things cooler, not as much energy there. So putting this forecast into motion, this is the forecast now. So the radar that you're seeing here is the future radar. We'll step through time and let it load up. This model goes out a fair piece. It'll get us through the evening hours. It's developing storms. Do you see this in eastern South Dakota, southwestern part, I should say western South Dakota, southwestern parts of North Dakota, not far from you folks in the Hettinger area, Lemon, South Dakota, and these will swiftly move along the I-94 corridor. So those storms that form, any of them that form today, particularly the isolated ones, will have a better chance at seeing some spinning. Here comes this backward C shape. That is a bowing line segment. This is very gusty straight line winds. The time on this is 8 p.m. So they cross the border as we go through the dinner hour between 6 and 7 o'clock. That's Central Time. In Montana, you're in the mountain time zone there, so keep that in mind. Now, as we go through the forecast period, they approach Morton County, the capital city, and Minot as we head into the 9 to 10 o'clock time frame. The strongest storms at this time, the last couple of runs, have been down south of I-94. Up north, a very windy signature here with bowing line segment of storms. Gusty straight line winds will continue by around 10 o'clock to push through the central Dakotas and the Missouri River Valley. Notice this cluster right along the South Dakota border has a lot of intensity. We'll hear some rumbles of thunder in our area as well. The storms are not expected to be severe in our area, but we could see some windy thunderstorms as we go through the overnight. Let me show you this. After midnight, storms rock quickly through the James River Valley and push quickly into the Red River Valley. This is 1 to 2 a.m. Very heavy rain locally. Thunderstorms, individual thunderstorms could come with a punch of wind. Some gusts over 45 miles per hour will be likely, but the risk of severe storms with 50 to 60 mile per hour winds a lot lower in the eastern third of North Dakota, thanks to our cooler weather today. So those storms will continue their trek eastward as we go towards daybreak. They'll be all but gone. Tomorrow looks a little bit better. Thank you, Deborah and Jessica. I mean, storms later tonight. Let me see. When will it be in Grassy Butte, North Dakota? We'll be there tonight through the weekend. Let's back this train up here and you can see where Grassy Butte is. So if you're heading out in the Grassy Butte area, you're looking at these storms arriving before 7 o'clock. So keep that in mind, Jessica. Between 6 and 7, windy thunderstorms that are going to be capable of all modes of severe weather. Make sure you have information available to you at your at your fingertips, if you will, with regards to severe storms, and make sure that you know whether they're severe or not. The chances of them being severe are quite high. You're very, very welcome, Jessica. Thank you for asking the question. Watching from Oakley, Leora, good to have you on board. When will we get thunder and rain? Oakley, it's going to be a lot later in the nighttime hours, likely after around 3 a.m. We'll have this first batch of showers that are kind of drifting through. Here you go, a chance for some drifting showers into midnight, but the main event lined up here from Winkler down into Pierre will be on its way as we go into the wee hours of the morning. There it is, pushing into Oakley about 3 a.m. So a lot of rain falling. Let me show you the rainfall forecast for those interested. I know you are, and you are, and you are, because we've had an abundant amount of rain. Look at this, the Southern Valley along the South Dakota border and sneaking into Lakes Country. Localized areas under these gully washers will see more than the 1.5. But as a rule, in the pink area, you can count on 1/2 of an inch. Many of us will see up to around 1.5 inches. And under the gully washer storms, we could have up over 2 inches of rain in a few isolated spots, maybe even 3 inches of rain. That's Otter Tail County, Becker County, the way this track looks. Will this be the exact track of the storms overnight? You know as well as I do, they can make up their own mind. A heavy batch of showers heading along the northern tier of counties as well, all the way from Plentywood, Montana, Freud, Montana, all the way through Williston, Minot, Bottineau, Candu, Rock Lake, Walhalla. All of you have a great chance at 3/4 of an inch of rain to 1.5 inches of rain. And again, under the thunderstorms that are intense, we could see those amounts increase greatly. That's a look at the rainfall with the storms. Now, what about temperatures? Morning showers will be pushing into Minnesota. For the most part, we'll have them up toward Winnipeg as well. Keep that in mind. Temperatures generally in the mid 60s and low 60s across our area. Again, best chance of soaking showers in the morning, central Minnesota. That's for you, Bemidji. That's for you, Park Rapids. And up in Thief River River Falls up towards War Road, and Baudette also. That's where the rain chances will be pushing first thing in the morning. In Fargo, expect a temperature they'll be in those 60s as we're fairly mild. 81 on Fargo's afternoon temperature. Notice the heat returning to the valley for your afternoon. There's going to be a line of some cooler showers. The best chance of that looks to be up to the north. Let me see if I can put up a more reaching picture of me so I can see. Here we go. I just kind of shifted on you. As we take a look across the afternoon, you see the showers above my head near Bottineau up into the northeastern quadrant of North Dakota. There'll be a chance for a passing shower up there. Your temperature's cooler. You see that? Right on the border, 63 degrees up there. And then we're talking about temperatures in the low 70s for places like Rock Lake, North Dakota, and Walhalla. Otherwise, our southern counties have a great shot at 75 to 80 degrees. That includes you in central Minnesota and Lakes Country as well. So for Fargo, I'm going 83 degrees. We'll have a chance for a spotty shower, mainly up to the north. Maybe a rumble of thunder, but not expecting severe. Thanks, Gina. Appreciate you. Mary, glad to have you on board from Fergus Falls. And for those of you that want to share this, tag a friend right here and they can see the quick broadcast as well. Keeping this one moving, let's take a look at Hutch's forecast right here, and we're going to take a look at what's going on thanks to my friends at Precision Lawn and Landscaping Experts. And I mean meticulous work. If you call them today, tell them Hutch sent you. They're going to give new customers a 10% discount on those lawn maintenance jobs. And if you have a bigger job, hey, they do landscaping and hardscaping as well. Give them a call. Tell them Hutch sent you. They have you on board for a 5% discount for that. And they can take care of those pesky mosquitoes as well while they're doing your lawn work. Just ask them about that. They can take care of them. It lasts for up to 3 weeks, and it's pet friendly and family friendly as well. Okay, 83 tomorrow. The morning showers will be the best chance as they exit. That'll be pre-dawn for us here in Fargo. And they could be windy. I'll keep you updated. Tomorrow, it's a chance of scattered showers. It looks quiet and comfortably cool for the weekend with temperatures in the 70s for Fargo. As we check in on Monday, the first day of July, 77 degrees will be near 80. Monday could bring a chance of a thunder shower as well. 4th of July still looks like hit and miss showers and storms. We'll keep you updated on that. Thanks so very much. How about Boston? Yes. Rain? Yes. Tonight? Yes. Maryland tomorrow, early in the morning, you'll have a decent chance of some showers exiting by mid-morning. Another look at that radar, and I'll show you what's going on around our area right now. Here is a look as we sneak into the Montana area. We have thunderstorms that are severe with the tornado possible tag from the National Weather Service office out there. Let me turn the radar data back on here. My apologies. So there is going to be these storms crossing toward the border around the dinner hour. That would be about 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Central Time. As they work their way across to the east, it looks like a 10 o'clock ETA or so around the Bismarck area. This can change a little bit, by the way. And then here in the FM area, it's going to be in the deep overnight hours. Speaking of our area, we do have scattered showers, a couple rumbles of thunder right now, moving through Rugby, Devil's Lake, and south of Grand Forks right now. The motion of these showers is pushing off to the east and northeast, and we're going to see these passing through. This is not the main event, but it's going to be some pesky showers for your evening plans here across the valley. Looking into Aberdeen's radar, we can see a little farther down to the south. And these showers moving out of Watertown are pushing into some very, very flooded areas of southern Minnesota. So the moisture from this storm is going to head into Minnesota. It does look like southern Minnesota and Iowa will be under the weather for some very heavy rain as we go into the day tomorrow. Keep that in mind if you're traveling in that direction. There's been a number of roads impacted, bridges that have given way, as well as dams in certain parts of southern Minnesota. So keep that in mind if you're traveling about late this week or into the weekend. Looks like some is over Fargo, but nothing happened. That's right. There is a chance of some showers tonight, but nothing severe yet for us. The main event is going to be making its way into town as we cross into the midnight to 2 a.m. time frame here in the eastern third of North Dakota. The best chance for anyone in our area of seeing anything severe will be out in the Devil's Lake Basin, the James River Valley. Wind will be the main threat from that main line of overnight storms. So it might not be a bad idea for you to batten down the hatches tonight, tie down that lawn furniture, make sure it's secured nonetheless. And And if you have a trampoline in the backyard that's not secured, you may consider doing something with that tonight before these windy thunderstorms, particularly in our western counties, right? Jamestown out towards the Wells County area, Sheridan County, a chance for these storms to be severe. I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thank you for watching Hutch's Weather. I will tell you that I have some personal family business that I'll be attending to, and because of that, my broadcast will be a little less regular than normal coming up here in the next few days, but I will continue to keep you updated about all of our weather as we go through this big weekend and into the 4th of July holiday. Saturday, we need good weather in Bemidji for fishing. Yeah, I got to tell you, Saturday, it does look like it's going to be a quieter weekend for most of us across the valley and into parts of Minnesota. Jamestown has had showers most of the day, getting humid with some cloud cover. Even though we don't have a lot of energy in the atmosphere in Jamestown to create storms in our area that are strong, the ones blowing out of the west, you will hear them tonight. Your ETA, as I go back to the model data in the Jamestown area, I'm going to pull up a slightly different model just to show you the model's consistency here. We have our showers moving out of the area. Now, here comes that main line. Let me put the time up so you can see this. That's important information when we're trying to time out storms. This is closer to the midnight hour, showers and thunderstorms. These could be very windy in places like Wishick, Ashley, Napoleon, Emmons County for you folks out there in Hazleton or Moffat or Braddock. And as we look off into the Foster, Eddy County area, same timing for you. These will move their way off to the east as we go into the deep overnight hours after midnight. Notice this, we could have some windy thunderstorms with locally heavy rain once again. Thanks for joining me. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate the likes, the follows, and all of your support. And I'll keep you updated later this evening with an update a little closer to that 9 o'clock hour.